waiting for my thing to show up in the YouTube thing for an event. Yep, cool. It's right there. Okay, guys. I'm gonna show you guys how to create an unturned server that actually does work. And this is actually my physical server. I have two servers. These are industrial servers that you can buy off eBay, which I paid only $200 for. I host websites and everything from it. This is my server that all my friends know about, that they're admin on. This is my console. This is literally just what it is. I can read what's going on, everything. And so I'm going to show you guys on how to create an unturned server. It's very basic. This tutorial is going to be extremely easy on how to create this unturned server. That's going to be pretty easy. There's like, this won't be hard at all. Okay, first I'm just gonna minimize that. Never X'd out of that at all, cause it's still there. We're just lagging just like bit. This is sad for OBS actually. Literally to lag like this, sad. Wow, yeah, I could lag hard with this. Lag any harder much with this? Wow, that's sad. I've never seen this lag hard like this before. Oh, there's probably going to be weird connection problems with this. That's going to be interesting. Well, anyways, you're going to want to make a Steam profile, because this is what you need. Make sure you have Unturned installed. Go make sure you get into properties. Make sure you go in your local files. You want to browse those local files. Make sure you go and you see all this. So your server is gonna go under this. Once you get it created and started, it might even make this folder. Don't worry about it. And what you want to do is right-click this and create a shortcut. It'll either paste it here, which is pretty much it's gonna do. And you're gonna want to the easiest way is drag it to your desktop. And for me, this is my server right here, which I'll show you. And you're gonna want to right click the shortcut. You can rename it whatever you want to, don't matter. Then you want to go into properties. You want to take this entire thing. You don't want to worry about this part, because that you leave that, because you want to go all the way over here to the point to this part. People remove that. I don't. I put a space here, and then I do Control and then V and paste it in there without having to type it. And that's what you want to put in, is that entire thing. And you're gonna want to, and this is the name of the server. This secureserver, which normally don't work because the creator of Unturned didn't really make it so it actually is a valid working one. And nographics would mean it'll turn as this CMD font for this. And then batch mode, well, yeah, these two pretty much go for this. Batch mode is as the CMD. No graphics means it won't load the GUI of Unturned. And the Shakir server for Vac Shakir, and this is the name of the server. And then once you click done, you're gonna want to open it, which I won't be doing because I already have it running. Can't really run it. And I also tell you how to put Rocket plugins in, all that stuff. But when you run it, it should automatically do stuff like this, get it going instantly. But then you're gonna want to type shutdown in the server, which you're gonna want to do that. And then so when you do settings, so we're gonna need to go back in this, which I'm pretty sure this is it. If only OBS wasn't lagging much. Yeah. And so this will be going. There's a lot of I'm saying. This is funny. It's hard. Never did this before. This is the first time doing this. So we're gonna want to go in servers, and you see, look at that. The thing that we put in the properties for fun, well, is right here. There's a new file in under servers. Now you click that, And for me, I have a lot of people join my server. As you could see, about 2,487 Steam user IDs are in here. Yeah, it's quite crazy. And all that saves in there is pretty much their player inventories, all that stuff. You could reset them too. Yeah, but you gotta go to their profile and click their Steam ID and figure out what their ID is, and then you copy their ID in Steam, and then you search it up there, and then it automatically finds it. And then you want to go under the server, then you'll see commands.data. This is where all the fun, interesting stuff. This stuff you don't really mess with. That stuff's just default. This is where you put in all the settings. So this is my name for the server that displays on top this batch file. You're going to want to bind the IP that you have set, which I'm going to show you that next. And the max players, you can only set 24 because there's a limit. And then the mode you could set for easy. And then this is PvE, and then when I do PvP modes on my server, I switch it to PvP. So I remove the E and put a P there and do file and then save. And then the map Washington, this is your physical map. You can change it whatever you have, or even if you add a modded map in. You remove this name and put a mod in there. Now when you guys set up the server, this stuff won't be in there. So I suggest you guys to pause the video to actually go ahead and copy it all down. This you could rename whatever you want to. Make sure you put these brackets in there, because I always do, because that's what the forum actually told me to do. Now this is the port. Now for me, you probably don't have to do this, but I did it anyway, just to keep track of what I've been doing. These are the port numbers to the physical server for it to go public. And I made this custom. Now it's normally, I think, it's one of the port numbers. It starts with a 25. I can't remember, but it's also same IP as Gary's mod, pretty much. But you could change it. It's not hard at all. Just put whatever IP, well, yeah, whatever port, no, I didn't mean to say IP, but whatever port number you want to do. And you could pretty much make up one long one or a tiny one or a 2-numbered port number, it don't matter. And then make sure you do like this, see how it's in order, like 2545, and then you see a 2546 and a 47 at the end. You gotta have at least those 3 there. Never test it with just this. I don't have any way of testing except my uncle. And then the perspective, you put perspective both here. For that to be, so you could press H and unturn or whatever button it is, so you could go in third-person view. You want to put that in there. And this is the welcome message when you join in the server. That's that. And you can also, when people, like new people join, you can give them, like, loadouts. Like, you can find this in the Steam forums of all the IDs in Unturned for the items. And these are IDs. You just put loadout, and then those item IDs here, and make sure you put slash. You can make it however long you want. It'll just fill their inventory. And these numbers are also, there's an Alice pack in here, Maple Strike, and Shotgun, and Shells, and MREs, and all that stuff. So they'll have stuff when they first spawn. See, I'm the kind of a server owner that actually lets people have this stuff right off the start. So, and then even though it's PvP, oh, they still get their stuff back. And then this is how I figured out, because it's very confusing how you get owner to work. I always figure that out. So when you would start the server, you're automatically owner of that server. It'll make you admin, but there's not really a custom color for owner. But you put owner here, and that's my Steam ID. And you put your entire IDs, you put owner space your Steam ID there. And then you save it. And then now we're going to show you how to set up the IP. People do like IP config in the batch file, but for me, people always show you how to do that and see what your IP is, but they don't tell you this. You need to have a static IP in order for it to work. I've learned this like from my brother-in-law that works for Microsoft. I had his help. He taught me how to do this, and so this is like, yeah, this was very crazy how they don't tell you this. So you need to right-click your internet down there, your LAN. It's better if you're connected to LAN for this. And then you want to do open network and sharing settings there, and then you'll come up with this. And then you want to go in Ethernet there. Now, since the weird part is that I'm not understanding, so that I have this server has about 2 LAN inputs, and I only have 1. I probably have it disabled. It's probably weird, but anyways, this is the one that the server is hosting on. You want to click the Ethernet, and I don't care if it goes out. There's no way you can connect to it. Nothing available. And you're gonna although it's on 100 meg, but I have a 24 port switch in my basement tapped into all these switches to all these servers too. And although I have a gigabit router, I'm gonna be upgrading that switch soon for gigabit, and then be better internet data to everything. Then you're gonna want to go in. First, you can hit details to see all this crap. See what your IP. I don't really care about this crap. It doesn't matter. It don't work for you anyway. Because that's only local. But this is your IP. See, I changed that. It used to be like a 162 at the end of that. Yeah, no, you want to change that. So you want to go in properties, and you need to set this up just right, because this is going to be a lot of relative stuff. So you're going to want to, like, although I can't click that, so we need to details. So you see how you got your default gateway, you got your DNS servers. Yeah, before you change your IP, you want to get this stuff wrote down, because you're going to need this, like, really. Because you need this and these two here. And you don't need this here, but you need this, and also pretty much all 4 of these here. And then once you get that all wrote down, you're going to want to properties, and then you're going to want to go to Internet Protocol version 4. You hit properties, and these are used the following IP address. Now yours will be set automatically. You just check this and this, and you see all the stuff we put in there. Now, and this is where you overwrite your settings. Now this goes for Xbox One consoles too. You can put your own custom static IP in an Xbox One console. I'm not joking. I figured that out. And so this is where the IP comes in handy. So this is where you create your own IP. Put it in there. Make whatever IP that your server's on. Like it starts with, see, mine would have been 10.1.0.167 or whatever. Now you want to copy that, and the only one you want to change is pretty much your last number. And put whatever number you want. Just make sure it's not being used by something else. And then you want to put your DNS stuff down here, which is the DNS numbers come from your router. And the internet properties that we saw there, I can't even move that over. Yeah. But you want to put those there. This is for this IP to connect to your router and let you have internet access. And so you want to go make sure this is not on, and make sure this is used the following DNS. This should switch automatically. These are all the settings you want to do. Click OK, and then you click close, and then you're pretty much done here. And waiting for the server to stop lagging, because OBS is like really not recommended for this. And then you want to go to this. Everything's fine here. We can X out that. Now we want to go to the router. Now, see, this is going to be very different for everyone else, because this is my router is default for my cable provider, and we're in like between Michigan and Ohio, so we have like Buckeye cable system, and this is very useful because no one ever has Buckeye cable system, and there's no videos about this specific router. This is an Eris router, and so we're gonna go ahead and do this. And now we're gonna want to do this, and go in whatever your So you saw how 10.1.0.1 was the default gateway. If you move the video back, you'll see default gateway. That IP you want to put in here in your search bar of Google Chrome or whatever browser. You'll come this, do 10.1.0.1, and although it tries to put the 10 in there because it's stupid sometimes, and then it'll try autocorrect in, and then you click enter. Then you come up with 8082, and then this stuff is not port forwarded, and you cannot log into it no matter what. And then I'm just gonna put my password in. Then you'll come up with this, the router information. You want to go under firewall. This is for Buckeye Cable System. This is for their routers, their Ares system, everything. You're going to want to go under virtual servers. Virtual servers is where you port forward every game that you want. So I'm hosting like Minecraft servers for people for free. And so yeah, this is their port numbers, console information, everything. And so you'll see here. So what you want to do and do add, so this is what I have here. So unturned, just unturned through number unturned 2. These are my servers. So you're going to want to see how this is set up. So you could pretty much look at this, but if you were to do add, you could put a name. I just do unturned. I'm not going to save this though. And then you want to do, if you could even drag this over to the side. If only this one lagging. And then you do the inbound port for 25 and then 47. And then I do Control Alt and do copy, and then I do this Control V. And then you want to hit tab, and then you could do hit your arrows down key for both, or hit the both drop down box. Then the private IP address. That's where it gets you. Now, you know the static IP we set up. You want to put the IP, the custom IP we made was 10.1.0.10. You want to put that there. You see that? And this is private IP. You want to put 10.1.0.10. And I'm lagging right now. So this is, yeah, there we go. Then you want to see the inbound port. I put it also for local port because that's what I have to connect to. I put them the same. Then I do add virtual server, but if I click that right now, it won't even work because it'll say some kind of error message or whatever. I hate them though. But and then once you add them up, and if you get to the last IP and then it comes up with an error, there's something wrong with something using that IP. And then you have to redo through IPs again. But you probably only get that problem if your game server, if you're hosting a ton of games. Like, I'm not joking. Look at like all this. Like, I even do Ark Survival private only for my stuff. And now you got it all port forward there. Now you want to start it up. Now you can either call one of your friends, and the way for them to join, like, they can either search it in the server list and look for that name. Or they can, you give them your public IP, which I won't give you my public IP. But the best way to do it is just type in, what's my IP in Google, and then that big IP that'll give you. You want to give that to your friend, and then what they're going to want to do in Unturned. And they're going to want to, put that IP in their public. Well, not public. Oh my goodness, getting everything's backwards again. This is funny. They're gonna want to go and Unturned, hit I don't know what it's under, connect. When you see server list and all this stuff, you're gonna want them to hit connect. And when it says IP, you're gonna want to put your public IP in, and then on the bottom you'll see a port number. You want to erase that port number. Put the port number you made for that server. You're gonna want them to put that port number in. For that, for them to actually, so your router knows that they're trying to connect into that server. And so once you get that done, exile that, have it all saved. Now for me, this server is pretty beast, from eBay for only $260 from a computer store in Texas. I highly recommend doing this sometime because this is pretty good. Because yeah, for the specs you can get, it's amazing. For 2 Intel Xeons with about an 8-core processor, like that's insane, with 32 gigs of memory, 1 terabyte hard drive, everything. Yeah, that's amazing. That's what my server's hosting on. And so you're gonna make sure you have all this done, and then you're pretty much the last step is to log into the server and do all that stuff. Now, if you're doing Rocket, I should have left this open. If you want to do plugins, all this stuff, that's easy. That's like the most easiest thing in the whole thing. Even mods. Rocket goes in a certain location. Now, to get Rocket, you go to rocketmod.net/getrocket. And then you'll come up with this part here. You'll see, this is, every time this server updates, oh, this website's so accurate that, there's always an update released for it. Like, I don't know how they keep up with this. But then you download that, do not robot, all this stuff, download it. And then it'll come up in your folder in downloads. And you'll see, that I have plugins also in here too. But you'll see also, it's somewhere in here. Where is it? That's weird, it's not even in here. Well, I'll go in here. Here, this is what they're pretty much called, is rocket.unturned underscore 761. You could remove these, delete these, because these are old ones. But the new one you want to kind of keep for other servers. Now for me, I host two. You can host two at the same time. I've managed to figure that out. It's annoying how to do it, but it's really simple. And then once you do this, once you actually have a shortcut, you can actually go, instead of going through all the Steam and all the stuff, open file location and come back to this. And now to put rocket, you'll see, hold on. There you go. You want to open this. You'll see you have scripts, all this stuff, and then you want to take it under unturned underscore data, and then managed, and you'll see here, you want to put it, you want to paste it in here. Don't remove anything, just paste it in here. And then it might come with an overwrite thing, like you want to replace this file, and click yes, you want to replace it. Won't do anything to the game, and then it'll automatically convert, and then it should look like this. Now I'm going to shut down the server because it's probably lagging anyway. Shut down. Then we're going to shut down that, and then we're also going to do this. Open it. This is what the plugins should look like. You'll get a Rocket Unturned version 481, and then these are all your plugins loading up. These are the ones I physically put in the server. These are all the plugins loading up. You'll get all these message, all the stuff, and this server will automatically save. And so where you want to put those mods, this is the interesting part. You go under servers, under the name of your server. Go under Rocket, and then you'll get plugins. And then this is where you put all your the plugin will be typically a DLL file. You put that in there, and then it'll make a folder, and then you're pretty much done. Permissions are pretty much what those are. I made them, but all of a sudden plugins quit working again because they keep updating the server so many times that it ruins the plugins. And workshop, I haven't really figured out like mods yet for this, since it's like 3. Well, I have figured it out, but like it's a lot different now because now there's a workshop to this. I'm assuming this is for automated install, but not 100% sure. There's maps in here. Normally you used to be able to go under, I think, a level. Where was it? I'm trying to remember. Maybe not. It was, you know, I probably won't try to do the mods thing. I kind of forgot how to do that. It's been a while since I did that. And it's, I think it was under bundles actually, because you used to be able to paste them in here. Like if you were to open this, here's all the information to all that stuff, all the weapons, all the stuff he added, skins, all that stuff, vehicles. I think you can also actually open them, and there would be like a actually a data file where it would actually give you the ID for that. Yeah, look at that, vehicle ID 99. That's where people get their IDs. And actually, it looks like I can actually modify. Wow, I can modify the physical information to the fuel. Wow. I highly doubt that would even work. Probably come up with a modified server error, because if you guys get a modified server thing, you, in case you probably did something wrong, because if you get modified thing, that will make it where no one will be able to join your server, and so you're gonna need to like make it where it's not modified. Now if you were to put mods in and you just want to play with your friends, well, that's fine. Just make sure they have the mods in order to join. But yeah, let's see what else. But for what I know is that this is what I learned basically myself. This all works legitly. There's like no, people always put a cliffhanger at it, and then you do what they do, and all of a sudden it still doesn't work. Well, that's the parts I hate about some people, that they do that. They don't put a valid information in. Now, you could do whatever you want to, like, for this is Windows Server 2012 R2. This is nothing compared to, like, a regular, like, Windows 10 or whatever. This is literally a legit operating system, a server operating system. So it's very much different, but, I would show it in a regular, but how I did it, that's pretty much the same way, how you would actually do it. Now, if you don't do how I did it, then there's other ways how to do it, but, you typically, I would recommend you did it that way, but, because since it's a lot more easier to get to everything, it's a lot more shortcuts, you don't have to click multiple thousands of things, and yeah, and if you have any troubles, just leave it in the description. This video is a live stream, but it will also be re-uploaded to my channel. So if you want to leave some comments down in the description below for any information or any help, I'm willing to help on how to set this up. If you need more details or what if this happens or that. But for me, my servers are well protected and really well backed up because I have it set to do a lot of shadow copies, like almost like physically every single 30 minutes it does a backup. Because I can actually show you guys that. Because so if someone's base or an admin base or whatever was to happen to the server, someone griefed it or went all crazy, did so many things to the map that it, because we have a rule in the server, no griefing, no do nothing. And then there was an Asian kid, I'm not joking about that, there was an Asian kid in my server. So I revert the map back, he flips his, I don't even know, he flips the flip out like it's nuts over a stinking map reset over a couple backups back. He flips out over just losing his stuff, and yet there's a thing called get over it because everyone else didn't care, but he was the only one that cared. Like, really? Bro, you can go find that again. But then what I did, he got banned because he started cussing out the admin, started griefing more things, so he was pretty much the cause of all of it. But that's the problem when you get people from different countries. I'm not racist by anything, but when you get people from different countries and they have a whole different language and you put rules in, they can't read them. You gotta put some kind of translation stuff in there. That's the only problem, but what do you want to do? See how I revert my maps back. There's like two different things now. Like, I'm assuming this is it here. But see, what I do is, when I set up a shadow copy, I set it to the folder that Unturned's installed to. And when I do, and I would right-click, and you'll see, like, restore previous versions. Now, when I click that, it'll pull up every map file from backups before. These aren't being overwrite. I told it not to overwrite them. Because I didn't want them to overwrite. Because when stuff like this happens, when you're not logged in or an admin's not paying attention, yeah, you had to do a map reset, and look at this. It goes well, apparently I thought I had it every 30 minutes, but it goes for every hour now, which I think that's fine. It goes for every day. This is like 7 days a week, too. This is like the entire one day from 12 a.m. to all the way to 12 p.m. And it goes all the way up to this. And then every time you want to bring a map back, I normally hit delete there, and then I go ahead, drag it, and then it's fine there, and then you got your backup back, and then it's fine. And then if it's still showing it's the same as like every single time, then that means you're probably injecting it to the wrong file, because I found this out that was very really stupid. I went under servers, I went under fun, which is the name of my server. And I went under level, which I didn't know this was even a thing. You go under level, there's even more maps in there. So I just pretty much just copied the backup to both files, the maps file and also the levels file. And then it also switched the map. And then it finally switched it, which I liked. I can't really go in detail on how to switch it make the physical shadow copies, because it's different for every versions of Windows. I'm not joking. It's like not even the same. But all I could say that you need a big hard drive, like literally. Unturned is set to everything. This server has about 8 hard drive bays in it that you could inject or hot swapple. This server's not on a RAID 5 though, so it's not really backed up. But everything's on a good amount. This hard drive, main hard drive, which is a 1 terabyte drive. And I'm glad that's in there because I could host whatever I want, because this is amazing. And I do host 2 Unturned servers, but I have this server, which is Windows Server 2012 R2 Essentials. And or this is Data Center, I'm not for sure, but I also have another server which is Windows Server 2008 R2. And I have them linked. So when this server updates, you know, you gotta get the rocket files. You gotta get it to the server somehow. But my server's in the basement, and mine's in my room, the second server. And I actually went ahead and made a share hard drive, and then I shared it to that server. So one of these, I actually would just send it to our pictures file folder. I would actually put the files in here. So this is like the rocket stuff, and now this sends it to the other second server, and then you pull up that hard drive on the second server, take the file, do the same exact thing how I showed you how to inject the rocket files typically. Do the same thing typically. And so yeah, I hope this tutorial works out great for you guys. This is like an easy thing. If I missed something, please let me know. I will be gladly to fix that. And so, yeah, I hope this works out, guys, and more detailed than whatever anyone else would give you. I'm willing to do tutorials for people if they want it, and they just gotta give me what they want to do. I even do Minecraft server tutorials. I can even do that if someone wanted it. Not hard. And, so, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a like and subscribe. I'm going to end this live stream right now. And then this should be uploaded to my channel shortly. So yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Later.